2. It stays here with Indiana. Clark, a deep one. You bet! A Brooklyn logo bomb from Caitlyn Clark.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a Caitlyn Clark fan or just love WNBA action, you're in for a treat today. We've got massive news that's sending shockwaves through the basketball world. Caitlyn Clark has announced her return to the court, and we've got exclusive new footage to break it all down. So grab a snack, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into this exciting update. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. First off, let's talk about why this is such a big deal. Caitlyn Clark, the Indiana Fever superstar guard, has been sidelined since July 15, 2025, with a nagging right groin injury. That's over a month and a half of no Caitlyn Clark lighting up the WNBA with her jaw-dropping passes and long-range shooting. Fans have been on edge, waiting for any sign of her comeback. And now, we finally have it. New footage and an announcement that's got everyone buzzing. For those who've been following, Clark's 2025 season has been a roller coaster. After a historic Rookie of the Year campaign in 2024, expectations were sky high. She came into the season with the Fever poised to make a deep playoff run, but injuries have derailed those plans. Clark has only played in 13 games this season due to multiple soft tissue injuries, including a left quad strain, a left groin issue, and the right groin injury that's kept her out for 17 straight games. On top of that, she suffered a minor ankle bone bruise during a workout in early August. It's been a tough road, and some were even speculating she might sit out the rest of the season. But hold up, things just took a dramatic turn. Let's get to the breaking news. In a recent team update, the Indiana Fever shared that Caitlyn Clark is making significant progress in her recovery. She's been spotted back on the court, participating in shoot-arounds and non-contact drills with the team. This is huge. For the first time since her injury on July 15th, we're seeing Clark moving with her teammates, going through warm-ups, and even running low-impact drills. The footage, which dropped just days ago, shows her looking sharp, moving well, and, most importantly, smiling. That's the Caitlyn Clark we know, with that competitive fire still burning bright. In the clip, you can see her passing the ball, running through some light footwork drills, and even joking with her teammates. It's clear she's itching to get back out there. While she hasn't returned to full contact practice yet, this is a major step forward. Fever coach Stephanie White has been cautious, emphasizing that Clark's long-term health is the priority. But she also dropped a hint that has fans hyped. Clark could be back before the regular season ends. With only a handful of games left, the timing couldn't be more critical. Now let's talk about the announcement itself. In a recent interview, Clark spoke publicly about her recovery for the first time since the injury. She said, "I'm feeling good, making a lot of progress. I'm not going to rush it, but I'm definitely excited to get back out there with my team." That's classic Caitlyn. Focused, determined, but not reckless. She knows the stakes are high, and she's not about to risk another setback. But the fact that she's talking about a return, that's got Fever fans and the entire WNBA community buzzing with excitement. So, what does this mean for the Indiana Fever? Let's break it down. The Fever are currently sitting in 6th place in the WNBA standings with a 2018 record.
Channel defense by the Sparks fans. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a deep three. Oop, that is. She missed her first 7.
They're in a tight playoff race, just percentage points ahead of the Seattle Storm and a half game up on the Golden State Valkyries. Without Clark, the team has leaned heavily on stars like Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston, who've been carrying the load. Odyssey Sims and Kira Lambert have stepped up at point guard, but let's be real, nobody replaces Caitlyn Clark. Her absence has been felt, especially on offense, where the Fever's rating drops from 108.6 with her to 104.2 without her. Clark's stats this season, even with limited games, are still impressive. She's averaging 16.5 points, 8.8 assists, and 5 rebounds per game. Her playmaking is second in the league, and those outlet passes, pure magic. But injuries have taken a toll on her efficiency. She's shooting just 36.7% from the field and 27.9% from 3. That's not the Caitlyn Clark we saw last season, torching defenses with her logo 3s. A healthy return could be the spark the Fever need to lock in a playoff spot and make some noise in the postseason. Let's talk about the new footage for a second. If you haven't seen it yet, it's electric. The clip, shared by Indy Star's Chloe Peterson, shows Clark moving with purpose. She's not just standing around, she's engaged, directing teammates, and looking comfortable on the court. You can tell she's been working hard behind the scenes. There's even a moment where she flashes that signature Caitlyn Clark smile, like she knows something big is coming. It's the kind of energy that gets fans hyped and opponents nervous. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Should Clark even come back this season? There's been a lot of debate about this. WNBA. Legend Lisa Leslie, who suffered a similar groin injury in her career, had a strong take. She said, "You want to see Caitlyn Clark for the longevity of her career. I would not put her back on the floor this season." Leslie's point is that groin injuries are tricky. One wrong move, and you're back to square one. Another legend, Cynthia Cooper, echoed this, saying, "You've got to heal, sweetheart. Let your leg heal, tough love, but it makes sense. Clark's only 23, and rushing back could risk her future." On the other hand, Clark's competitive nature is legendary. She's not the type to sit out if she feels she can play, and the Fever's playoff hopes might hinge on her return. With key players like Sydney Colson, Ari McDonald, and Sophie Cunningham out for the season with injuries, Indiana's depth is thin. Clark's return could be the X factor that pushes them over the hump. Coach White has said she wants to see Clark handle full contact practice and play through fatigue before clearing her. That's a high bar, but if anyone can meet it, it's Caitlyn. So, when might we see her back? The schedule offers some clues. The Fever have a crucial stretch coming up, including games against the Chicago Sky on September 5th and the Phoenix Mercury on September 2nd. ESPN recently updated Clark's estimated return date to September 2nd, but that's on the road, and it's unlikely they'd bring her back mid-road trip. The September 5th game at home against Chicago feels like a more realistic target. That gives her a few more days to ramp up, maybe even get in a full practice or two. Plus, playing in front of the home crowd at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, that's the perfect stage for a comeback. Let's talk about the impact of her return. If Clark comes back firing on all cylinders, the Fever could be dangerous. Imagine her running the point, dishing no-look passes to Boston in the paint, or finding Mitchell for a quick three. Defensively, she's not a lockdown player, but her basketball IQ and hustle make a difference. The Fever are 8-5 with her in the lineup compared to 12-13 without her. Those numbers don't lie. Clark is a game changer. But there's a flip side. If she comes back too soon, there's a risk of re-injury. The Fever's medical staff is being extra cautious, and for good reason. Clark's never dealt with injuries like this before. She told Glamour during All-Star Weekend, "This is the first time I haven't felt like a young body that can run around and sprint every day." That's a humbling admission from someone who's been unstoppable her whole career. It's a reminder that even superstars are human. Let's not forget the bigger picture. Clark's return isn't just about the Fever, it's about the WNBA. Her rookie season brought record viewership and attendance, and her absence has been felt league-wide. Fans want to see her back, breaking ankles and draining threes. Her signature Nike logo, which she debuted in a pregame outfit recently, is already generating buzz. And let's not sleep on her off-court impact. She's been out here predicting Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's marriage, keeping her name in the headlines even while sidelined. So, what's next? The Fever have 5 games left in the regular season, and everyone is a must-win for playoff positioning. If Clark can return for even a couple of those, it could shift the momentum. The team's been resilient, winning 5 straight at one point without her, but they're not the same without their star. The new footage gives us hope, but it's clear the Fever are taking a slow, deliberate approach to her rehab. Let's wrap this up with some final thoughts. Caitlyn Clark's return is the story WNBA fans have been waiting for. The new footage is a tease of what's to come. Her speed, her vision, her swagger, but it's also a reminder of how delicate this moment is. One wrong step, and she's back on the bench. As fans, we want to see her shine, but we also want her healthy for the long haul. Whether she's back on September 5th or later, one thing's for sure. When Caitlyn Clark steps on that court, the WNBA will feel whole again. What do you think? Are you hyped for Caitlyn's return, or do you think she should sit out the season? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get the conversation going. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more WNBA updates. We'll keep you posted on every Caitlyn Clark development, so stay tuned. Until next time, peace out.